towards the mid game and can gain so much value from looking for picks. You just fish around with your bubbles. You continually go for this long range poke. It's also very good against specifically Azir because you're trying to outrange him, not stay in range of the Sand Soldiers for long, and Zoe's going to do exactly that. So we get almost all the champions that we asked for, Riff, with the iconic champions for these players. Zeyzal's Alistar also getting in there at the end. We'll see if he can be a big part of the playmaking for this team. He definitely was last weekend.
We got to keep an eye on the vision EG is controlling then, especially because Zeyzal was using the Hex Flash to engage from even a slight flank. And that's what took the enemy by surprise, right? You wouldn't think anybody would be coming from that area to create an engage.
Keep your eyes on the cow.
That is exactly right. Too bad. Too bad he actually doesn't have like a cowbell going off when he starts engaging for the spectators, and we can add that later.
You're going to pause and taunt them before you go in? If you could spam taunt while you're charging the Hex Flash, that would be sick.
And Kobe, we have Golden Glue back, and we got to reiterate it. He's now in there for Evil Geniuses, and they're trying something here towards the middle of the season to get a few more wins under their belt. And Golden Glue has always been a solid player, but it seems like the story has been scrim glue, not stage glue.
Well, thankfully for them, they don't have to go to a stage now for the stage glue.
This is true.
They're just going to have glue all over here with Zoe throwing the bubbles, trying to get people stuck as well.
Good point.
Let's see. Looks like it's mostly defensive openings. Let's check and see how many sweepers have been picked up, because that's a new indicator where they actually made a change. And I know the Bounce team was always a little bit annoyed about the ability of specifically junglers would start with the Trinket Ward. Never mind. We'll pause on that as Xmithy gets right in there.
Got it. Good money. Continue.
Anyways, yeah, it's the old strategy where people would start with Trinket Ward, place it down, then recall and get a fully ready sweeper. They put in a little bit of a delay for that. So I like the little change. You actually have to commit to what your choice is, and you can see that Hakuho did get one. Braum is extremely good at level 1s because your passive is basically a whole nother ability landing that stun. And Immortals tried to use that to invade on bottom side, but good defense there from EG.
So knowledge there from Alorum walking over a forward ward. He lets them know you'll be seeing it red for Xmithy. Oh, just stays in, but he's going to miss that. Yeah, just a few knees. A few knees there. A little arthritis on that first play, if you will.
Yeah, it's a big thing to watch when you're laying against Urgot because there is so much damage in that passive. And you can just see visually, too, which knees have already been popped, and you can try and stay on that side so that he doesn't get the extra damage in that trade. And you see Huni, he just charges up his grasp on the minions and then gets it off. Ooh, good disengage.
Good brawl. There's a lockdown, concussive blows as they trade damage. Zeyzal should be able to heal this back up over time here, but it's going to take quite a bit. Looking for level 2. Hakuo's doing great positioning in the brush to just give Apollo free farm as the biscuits are being eaten up here on the bot side of the map. Yeah. Good little initiation before level 2 even. I like that.
Yeah, because they know they've got the minion advantage. They're holding the last melee minion there over banging Zeyzal's head. Saying as soon as this one goes down, you know what's coming. The level 2, and they can all in. That's what comes from getting early control of the minion wave. But at this level, obviously, both laners are counting the minions. And so everybody knows on that last minion, that's going to be the spike. Svenskeren went for the invade here onto Xmithy, though.
Golden Glue has that inside track to the fight as well if anything were to happen as he damages up Insanity. Takes a bit of minion damage, though, for his troubles, allowing this to be a 1v1 in the jungle more so. As Xmithy's getting hit up by Red here. Now it's going to be the dance back and forth. They're just making Bramble angry. And inside track here by Huni now as he starts to leave lane. This is going to get a little scary for Xmithy in a second.
Yeah, this is going to be the third time that they reset the patience on the Reds. Svenskeren's just been living in this jungle. Yep, third time reset here. Huni comes over to complete the invade, though. He's got a blast cone, but Xmithy's getting out of there. Finally, Xmithy has also given up full patience on this red buff. And Svenskeren, you know, the extra time spent is going to be rewarded there because the laners get to come help. Counter jungling is so often a team game. Both Golden Glue and Huni allow Svenskeren to make the play.
It was Scuttle bot crew if they made it in time. We see the hawk shot coming across the map.
One of the most annoying abilities as a jungler, if I don't say so myself. You get a little rage every time the enemy bottom lane does, get the extra info. But off of the red steal, Svenskeren just completely controls the map. He took the top crab already, so Xmithie doesn't have anything to get there. The only thing he could go for would be the enemy Gromp, and he still has to worry about a collapse from the enemy laner. Svenskeren gets a double crab on him. He's absolutely dominating him in CS off of the early play. And there's an interesting stat here where Svenskeren and Xmithie are the two lowest encounter jungle percentage for all LCS junglers. But Svenskeren slightly above Xmithie, and he did get the extra advantage off of this invade. Xmithie does get back the small Gromp, but he's still significantly behind.
And what is encounter jungle specific?
So counter jungle percentage is the percentage of time between 3 and 15 minutes that you spend in the enemy jungle quadrants.
Okay.
Svenskeren obviously going to up his numbers with that red steal, as he spent a lot of time over there. But he wasn't wasting time, right? Because he was also delaying Xmithie's farming, and that's important. You're trying to get a big difference.
Ooh, nice little dodge there. Bang and Zazel keep Apollo harassed at his turret. Farm's going to be cleaned up. Nobody really has the advantage there, as we see a few items getting completed in the inventories right now, allowing you to see a little bit better of the breakpoints that are hitting for everybody, maybe during fights or if they pocketed something just before the fight. Really, really helps. We can see the items also upgrading from tiers during that as well.
And I want to talk a little bit more about jungle philosophy, because both junglers do have extra information now. Xmithie knows there's nothing topside for Svenskeren, so the entire team should know for Immortals that Svenskeren is bottom side as well. Svenskeren, obviously off of the invade, can pin down Xmithie here, but these are the things that you look for after the invades. They know that this is the empty quadrant, so the bear has to be down here, and that's why you see him not going for, trying to force a play or anything, and he's just trying to recoup the extra camps, and Svenskeren is increasing his lead.
So are you actually trying to do anything within that time, or play safe during it until you can gain more info? Like now, he leaves the bottom quadrant.
Yeah, it's Immortals that have to play safe, and Svenskeren tries to get an extra edge out of it. But as you see there, even though the wave was getting pushed up like that, Apollo and Hakuho are like, oh my goodness, we know there's nothing on the top side of the map for him, so we're gonna have to give over control, and Bang with the flamethrower should be able to push that out.
Back up to Alorum and Huni as they go punch for punch in this lane. A bit of a CS discrepancy as Huni crashed that wave a few times into the turret to Stain back. He's going to get a heal in quick with the orange as he flash Qs. Get a quick heal for himself. And a bit of a run here. See if he can get outside of Xmithie's danger zone. Sets up a barrel. Going to be behind him now. He's going to get help from Golden Glue, who's slowing himself down a little bit. Trouble bubble to come across. Paddle first to deny that damage. Oh, he's going to get him right on his return spot. The shuffle coming in from Insanity, but there's no mana to follow up. It had been wasted in the lane, or used in the lane, I should say, and it couldn't capitalize there. So Golden Glue knew he could be a little bit more reckless in his engage there.
And this is kind of a Huni special, where he's taking a lot of pressure on the top side, and it was important that before he flashed away, he was able to blow up the barrel, because blowing up the barrel gives you the move speed from your Trial by Fire passive, so it allows him to run around there. And even though they give up something on the top side of the jungle here with the blue, and Xmithie's get a little bit back, no kills are had by Immortals, and Svenskeren was able to make the opportunity on the bottom side well worth it, as they pick up the first dragon for Evil Geniuses. I don't think Golden Glue actually had to go for the extra poke onto Xmithie there when he goes for the Paddle Star plus R, and that allowed Insanity to actually ult him in and take down the real flash from Zoe. So I think that's the one thing for Immortals that they can try and play off of now. Yes, they did give up Dragon, but maybe you can actually punish this Zoe, target Golden Glue while his real flash is down.
Xmithie saying, take this, fight someone your own size. But yeah,
sending him in like a Pokemon, eh?
Yeah. I choose you, Shelly. Golden Glue, still slippery, but without that flash, we'll have to manage a bit more in positioning. Looks like Rift Herald will go for now. Xmithie knows he has a bit of time to check it so far. They're going to play this just close enough to make it a steal situation. I love the knowledge he tried to use there to get it. That smite's going to go down. I believe it is in the hands right now of Svenskeren as he makes his way out with the ultimate. We have a teleport coming in there, too.
Yep, Summoner Spellbook
Yeah.
Support there from.
It's like, wait a minute.
It's the old support flank teleport there coming in from Summoner Spellbook, and it pushes actually Apollo, off the turret. Picked up an extra turret plate here. That's number 2 for Bang and Zazel. Extra cash early on into the pockets of Aphelios feels really nice because Aphelios on 2-3 core items then really becomes the area where you get to start to outpace the Ashe.
A lot of free farming going on down here. They haven't had too much trouble back and forth. Svenskeren has shown himself a few times, but you're just going to catch a volley to the face. Very hard to engage on. The action's been here. Again, they go in on each other. I love this, Kobe. They are just wearing each other down for the next visit from Svenskeren or Xmithie, or someone steps out of position. The orange is really giving Huni the benefit in that lane, though, right now, as we see a chase on Svenskeren. Hakuo slow. They leave the marksman out to dry. Apollo's forced to flash as he volleys backwards, trying to get that Ranger's focus up. And Glacial Fissure will end this fight as EG falls slowly down into that disengage. And now they have quite a bit bot lane. Going to have to look for the return on investment. It's going to be these plates. Yeah. They should be able to drop this turret. It's only going to leave one plate up if the Rift Herald hits first.
They're actually rotating Insanity down for Immortals side because with Rift Herald used early. Oh.
Uh-oh. Sven flashes, Zazel in, so there's already a double disengage there with follow-up damage. That's Moonlight Vigil Infernal, but it's not going to do too much as they spread from each other nicely. Immortals is positioning well, but still, Insanity, the caboose on the exit of that fight, gets taken down and knocked off the rails. Xmithie getting followed up by Golden Glue here. A few more sparkles, baby. Grom's going to do the damage. Oh, my word. The corrupting, rather healing from just attacking with his item, jungle item. Him alive. That was pretty touch and go there for Immortals. They did lose Insanity and they lost their bottom turret.
Yeah, it's a huge victory there for Evil Geniuses, even though Golden Glue is not able to get another one of those low health targets down with 3 of them scrambling around. Just look at this play. Off of the stun, they get a really good counter engage by Zazel once again. Alistar sets up Xmithie. And if it wasn't for his flash there, he gets popped with the paddle star. Bang then, after ulting, flashes Insanity's engage, and there's nothing left for him because all of Immortals had already been chunked out. So that's a re-engage from Insanity with no escape ready for himself. And EG just gets to eat the entire bottom side. They take the skirmish victory. They take the entire tower riv. And this is setting them up for an easy Infernal Drake as well, since they've been able to spend all that money they just got off the bottom side of the map for the team fight. Considering they already were able to trade the pressure topside for Dragon number 1, this is looking exceptionally well for the Evil Geniuses.
Probably feels good as well for Golden Glue to carry this momentum into this game. And further on, hopefully, for the team. Communication seems to be spot on. Everybody's participating in these early fights and roams, especially Svenskeren early in the jungle. Both lanes, mid and top, were pushed to make sure Xmithie had a hard time. So they've been at it from moment 1 here. Svenskeren now going to get pushed off of Infernal, dodges out. Big Bear, but still has some moves.
Yeah, Golden Glue's running around, but Immortals are burning it down.
Zazel goes in. That's going to be Xmithie's Infernal. But that is Xmithie going down almost immediately. Apollo gets hit by a paddle star right in the kisser, but he's going to be able to deliver back damage to Golden Glue with the Ranger's focus almost up. Firing coming in from Bang there, but it's not going to be too much damage as they try to finish off what's in the pit. Hakuo is about to go down. Apollo, a sliver of health. Hakuo, a sliver of health as they limp away. And Huni just says, Alorum, get off me so I can take down your teammates. But that is such a valiant attempt to scrape together the EG members so the rest of Immortals could get out safely.
Yeah, Immortals, they really just did not want to allow dragon stacking to start for EG, but this is so early to make that contest. When you're this far behind, you just lost a giant fight on bottom side and a bunch of tower gold and all the turret plates, and EG got to actually go purchase. There's a very small timing window where Immortals actually had a choice of trying to burn the dragon and get out. But you see this. Yeah. Even though they do get the steal, and Insanity goes in, he tries to get the sweep back onto Golden Glue there. Picked up with the challenging smite for himself. He's able to chase him down. But Bang was able to come back with the Infinity Edge, and Huni flashing over the wall trying to scramble after the Immortals bottom lane. Won't get either of those two, but Alorum has nowhere else to go.
That was huge for Bang. My eyes trailed over the Hakuo in the pit, and I didn't see that Infernum proc 2 more times and actually onto Apollo. So hot stuff, keeping them on their toes, and they were actually pretty well distanced from each other in that fight too, expecting the Infernum, but Bang still found his mark on that fight. Beautifully done by Evil Geniuses so far. 4-2 in kills, but full map control means they can continue to engage even in Immortals jungle. And no one is safe. Hakuo goes down. He just came back up. We just saw him go down in the pit. Rinse and repeat here for EG as they look to take down top turret with Aphelios and still pressure mid.
Yeah, Riv, you look at the compositions. If you get an early lead like this, okay, that's going to be a miss.
All right. Slippery shuffle. Nice moves by Golden Glue, kind of expecting that one.
Yeah. He's also got a chilling smite in his hands right now for even more move speed with Zoe. Definitely a very difficult champion to lock down. Zeyzal's threatening a engage on the side, but I think it's just to actually alleviate some of the pressure on the tower because they still have Bang on top side. He gets another tower to himself, takes it down, gets the local gold. Zeyzal and Svenskeren should be able to kite away from the Immortals members here. Now, there is an arrow ready for Apollo, but he could not find a good target. EG wait out, and they avoid the possibility there of Immortals really getting anything. Now it's just objective after objective for themselves. And what I was about to say earlier, if you have a lead and you have Alistar plus a Volley Bear,
you can see it right there.
those are the two best diving champions in the game. Alistar from the support role because of the ultimate, able to deny so much damage, and Zeyzal can obviously set it up with the CC, and then Volley Bear can even turn off the turrets. So that's why we're expecting this to just be a steamroll game from EG. Svenskeren dodges.
Slippery move. You're saying he couldn't find a target, and even in the channel of the jungle, Svenskeren still finds a way to get out. Immortals,
move speed.
yeah, Immortals, they have windows of opportunity. But now they're kind of just telegraphed here for Evil Geniuses, and as soon as EG feels like, hey, we're pushed up, but there is too much fog of war just ahead of us, this is where the arrow's going to come. Stay split, get ready for your move speed, that move speed steroid, and it's been impossible for these arrows to hit so far. Alorum now a bit of the focus towards the bot side of the map with 3 members of EG focusing to see if they can find any trouble.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be difficult for Immortals, but what they need to do is continue to use these control wards so Apollo gets the fire from the fog of war so you don't see it coming, and then try and use it. Go for a target that is not Huni because he can eat oranges, obviously, get right out of it with Scurvy, remove Scurvy. Svenskeren has shown that with the Q move speed, he can definitely pull off the dancing moves and dodge. So you're mainly looking at Aphelios because Zoe also R is a really easy to dodge the arrow as well. You just have to dodge the back of the arrow because that's where the hitbox is. So he's basically got his eyes on Bang. He's trying to blow Bang's summoner spells. Apart from that, it is EG invading and taking away so many of these wards and so many of these opportunities from Immortals.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty wild. We still see Aphelios going to players like Bang. Play number 7 on the summer split for him in 4-0-0. I mean, there's a reason they keep picking it. Dominating a lane, now able to dominate fights. Here comes Rift Herald towards mid, and Immortals being pushed off, but Alorum never says no. Always going forward. I love this guy. He may go down for his troubles, though, as no one can follow that tanky man. And he goes down. It's coming up on 20 minutes, but things should be reset for that Baron. 4 big plays. It's just EG is grabbing so much map control. Immortals may not have a chance
Riv,
to even go to Baron.
There's just an objective pinata on Summoner's Rift right now. EG are popping it open. They're getting tower on bottom side. They're getting Dragon with 2 members. They're sending 3 people up to top side. They were going to cut off Insanity to make sure he couldn't get that top turret. And there you go. They collect all the objectives after that. Bubble into Gangplank ult. That's all it took to force Apollo out of the fight. And Alorum charges in. He's not going to let his AD carry get attacked, sacrificing himself. You know, noble efforts there, but it's not going to change the course of the game. In fact, it might even accelerate it here as Bang, you know, now with the 4 kills, he's gonna get to his 4 items extremely quick. Crit multipliers already coming in for EG.
So much strength on that side. And I like how I call Alorum the tanky man, just the tankiest on the team. Maybe once that Gargoyle Stone Plate comes up for Hakuo, Alorum is really just putting himself on the front line, though. Black Cleaver and a bit of a shield through his utility, keeping him alive in those fights. Oh, my word. Immortals trying to set up, looking for Apollo to get a lot of these minions. He's been the one cleaning up mid. Blade of the Rune King's there, but these fights are just so quickly in his face. It's slowing someone down doesn't even matter. Zazel closes the gap with a Hex Flash or a Headbutt Pulverize, and there you go.
It's like slowing down an enemy that is twice as dangerous as you, right? You can try and kite him, you can try and keep him slow, but you're going to need a lot of help to be able to find that victory. And right now, they're actually just kind of looking for areas that they can safely farm Apollo and Insanity. The mid tower here, the secondary one, is almost about to fall anyway, so that's not actually providing a lot of defense for them. And they shift Insanity topside, trying to keep Apollo mid, but their jungle is going to be so difficult to defend. And with Baron about to arrive on the map, it's going to be very easy for Evil Geniuses to accelerate this. Smithy and Hakuo are able to take the chicken before they have to run for their lives.
Smithy just needs to steal something.
Steal
That's all. He just needs the opportunity.
from his own jungle. He's like, please, just let me get my own
Not the
chicken.
jungle, an objective. But yeah, still the jungle would be a start. I think that'd be an area to get some ground in. Right now, they have wards littering their side of the jungle. It's just nothing they can play off of or getting a return on investment. Trying to now push out EG towards the top side of their map. 4 members of Immortals are here. Well, again, the 1v1 of Alorum and Huni goes down. Mano y mano over towards the Dragon Pit. Oh, it's over the scuttle. I'm sorry. Don't worry.
Oh, who's going to get it? Oh, Alorum is the victor for now. But
tip my hat to you, sir. Or my knee.
No stun.
Oh, wait. Oh, my word. If the barrel was there or any were charged up, dude, that would have been Alorum walking the plank. Whew. I don't know. Can you swim with that many legs?
I'm going to go with
maybe
no.
Maybe if they're that short.
Maybe if he had the crab got skinned, then
that's true. That doesn't
get
matter.
Out of
you
it.
Just crawl across the bottom.
At least he got the Scuttle Crab. Teleport for Scuttle Crab at this point for Immortals. You know, maybe you say you count that one. For EG, I think it's so cool how they have been able to push it ahead, because previously there was a really cool interview from Zazel, and he talked about when he joined Evil Geniuses, he took on basically another role that was not a role he had when he was on Cloud9. On Cloud9, he was a lot about, getting the initiations for the team, and he still does that for Evil Geniuses, but he also said that he wants to direct more of the macro for the team, be what people refer to in other games as the in-game leader, right? IGL Zazel, basically. And I think a lot of credit is deservedly going his way in that perspective, but also since they've added Huni, all of Huni's former teammates talk so highly of how much he is able to add in those terms, and I think it's really helpful when not only your playmaking support, your engage is your IGL, but also when you have a side laner like Huni, who has that global with Gangplank that also is lending so much extra information and helping out with that communication for the team.
It's awesome to see that people take on that objective as well, because when things aren't working out, it's difficult to be an in-game leader. So they are taking on more responsibility right there. It's not just when they're calling, it's the pressure of, hey, my calls aren't working, we need to change it up, and the team's still following that. And that is the kind of the teamwork we're seeing here. They've been in the lead, so it's not the comeback calls we're seeing. It's just the full bore, I
love making calls in this position, right? It's like, all right, take everything from them. Let's invade the jungle. Lay down all the wards. Take away their vision. Golden Glue does have to burn his real flash there, though. So Immortals still, they're trying to make these peaks from the brush, trying to get a cooldown here or there, a summoner spell. There's another one.
Here's the fight. One shuffle back. Svenskaren's going to jump over that wall. You cannot divide him from the fight. And the Swole Bros will try to get themselves in for a bit of an attack. A good stop. Hakuo is going to be able to do that with Braum, but 4 ultimates used there with Alorum's being up as he approaches the fight from the side. And a few ultimates still up here for the side of Evil Geniuses. If Zazel wants to help dive a turret, they can do so, but it seems like the team will back as they don't quite have their Huni, as he has taken down Drake by himself. Getting them on Soul Point here for the side of EG. And a final shot will do it as they look at one more Mountain Drake.
Yeah, that's the bonus of having this much map control and setting up and keeping with the 4-1. Since we diligently working the play, always able to
enough of waiting, and Immortals is making them wait. One thing I don't realize is why they're making them wait so long, because they're just letting Immortals get bigger. I don't think Evil Geniuses is any trouble yet, but they are stalling quite a bit here. It's only 26 minutes in, but it feels like nothing has happened for quite a while, with just Huni taking the last Drake, the map kind of being walked around. EG still in the lead. They get the arrow out, and maybe this will trigger them to be a bit more confident on the push here.
Honestly, I think it is a pretty good pace still for EG, since two of the things they're worried about are the walls. It is Braum wall and it is Azir wall.
True.
There's some pretty good counter engage on the side of Immortals, and Immortals are playing 100% defense. They're huddling, they're cowering inside their own towers, and they only venture out into the little edges of their jungle to try and put up these wards. So EG are continually, as you see on the screen now, they're taking away those resources, taking away the raptors, all the jungle stuff. They've got a Mountain Soul arriving in 2 minutes. And the biggest change to the meta with all the preseason stuff was that the Soul point for Dragon, it not only adds another one of these like very epic objectives that adds a lot of power, but the big difference between that and Baron is if you do the early work and you stack the dragons, there's no danger in you starting it up. With Baron, you're like, oh my goodness, you know, it takes a long time, it actually does significant damage, and you're a little bit worried about grouping inside a pit because maybe the enemy team can make a big comeback play there, try and stop you.
Yep. According to this, you should be rewarded.
Yeah, exactly. But then with the Soul, the team's like, all right, well, we've got this little baby dragon attacking us. We can easily turn around on you and go for a counter engage. So that's why they're waiting for the Soul. It's just so it's so little risk and such a big reward.
Well, they have built that reward now, so they can get that risk if they want it. Here, pushing over with 1 minute, they're going to get a bit of vision control on it. And Evil Genius is looking great towards the end of the split here. A win here moves them to 7-6. They look at Dignitas as well this week, with TSM and Fly next week, so still some tough games to get through, and then in their final Golden Guardians and 100 Thieves. So nothing they can slouch on. Obviously they won't, but changing things up here, they really want to see a rally in Game 1, and they are getting it. Week 7 seems to be working out for him. Zeyzal takes quite a bit of damage to start things off, still has the ultimate if he wants to break in that Iron Will to get into the fight. And nobody's really going to fully initiate. He throws it down, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Immortals saw that completely on the end. It may have been in Alorm's vision as he was getting auto-attacked there.
I think that was actually very good for Immortals.
Yeah.
Alistar without, they chunk down Zeyzal, and then they also get the cooldown of the ultimate. There's no Gangplank ultimate. There's no Volibear ultimate. The frontline cooldowns have definitely been weakened here for EG. see if they can make anything happen, though, because obviously they did use Ash Arrow to try and start that off, plus Braum ultimate and Urgot ultimate. So EG very clearly are still going to be able to have priority. But Immortals looking like they want to make the stand.
Collateral damage just came up for Xmithy. Ash Arrow is on half cooldown, just about past that, rather. And they're going to be going for this Drake. It's got to be the steal. We said Immortals needs a chance to steal. Xmithy comes up big here, but he's put himself in the pit. EG is not focusing on that, and Bang comes up with huge damage, pushing everybody out of the Dragon Pit by himself. He's going to start following up, damage coming in from Sensgaren to take down Alorum as Apollo's doing what he can, and Huni is just going to chase him down. They're making sure they're focusing the right targets. Huni actually backs off for a moment to make sure they're doing the right play, and he just explodes Apollo. A double kill coming for the man in the top lane as he's back on the LCS stage, and he's already running down mid somehow, flying through after he teleports in to help them push Immortals base.
Yeah, oh my goodness, that was just so well played. You got this jacked Aphelios level 16 Bang on the Dragon, just completely annihilates the enemy jungler's health, so Xmithy has to get out of there, and then Huni has the flank. He sets up a surprise barrel on Insanity, the other carry's gone, and EG, congratulations.
Sub 30-minute game. Now, just over. They're trying to pad the KDAs a little bit here through Hakuo and the rest of the team. That's a nice ultimate. Another Moonlight Vigil Infernum coming out of the Aphelios. A double kill for Bang as he is just locked and loaded in front of the Fountain of Immortals as